peace, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is peace.
Breathing in this peace, knowing behind that peace and behind everything there is one power, one source, one creative energy that is abundantly fueling each and everything that is in all moments of time. It is love. It is joy. It is that peace that permeates. It is in this that I am. And I know that as I am, all are created from this essence, from this source, to be present, to live, to express individually as joy, as compassion, as kindness. And I know for each individual here, now, present, and out in the community, online, everywhere, there is nowhere this is not. And I call into this moment knowing this day unfolds in the perfection that already is here. I know that the message we receive from Reverend Charlene is perfect. I know the conversations and the nourishment that happens after service is in perfect divine order. And I know that this music that fills this center so joyfully is back behind God. So it is in this I say thank you for this day. And so it is.
Thank you. Yes, Laura Garrett, practitioner of service today. Thank you, Laura. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh my goodness. Looking out into this center and seeing all the colors and the costumes just makes me so happy. I was just saying, I think I was saying to Lulu, we should dress like this every day. We should dress like this every day. I love it. So welcome. I'm Reverend Charlene. It is really just my joy and my honor to be in community. Center for Spiritual Living Temecula Valley is a fantastic, loving community. We are. I say it all the time. I love us, and I do. It is just palpable. You can feel it. When you enter and into the breezeway, did you smell the popcorn? Yes. Oh, it made me so happy. I'm like, oh, popcorn, yay. So it's just, we are creating something tremendous here together. It is a we community. I'm going to hit everybody's eyes. It is a we community. I see you back there, Karen. Yes, we. Hi, online. Okay, Jim. Good morning. We see you. Thank you for being here. We are a community and you are all a part of it, and we're so grateful. And so in just a second, I'm going to ask Maya to turn the camera around because I'm going to ask everybody to stand, and I want you to see all the costumes and all the color. It's fantastic. We have a full house today. We'd love for you to be here, but we totally get it. And we want you here online. So put your comments in the chat. I look at the feed after. I'll be right back, I promise. I look at the feed after and I see all the comments, and it really makes a difference. It really does. So engage. You're part of this community as well. Mwah. Love you. Okay. All right. So we're having some fun today. It's right before Halloween. We're celebrating Dia de los Muertos as well. I think I did that okay. Sylvia will correct me later if I did not. But it's a time of really remembering, celebrating, and being. So I'm just so happy that we all get to be here present together and do this together. Hi.
Hi.
Joanna's back. She had, yay, we missed you. But we fully authorize a day off. I fully authorize days off for all of us. I say that all the time. So I'm glad you're back. And I'm glad you had a good time with your mom. So that's fantastic. We had a good time with Cahill and Deline, though, right? They were fantastic. They were good. But nothing compares to Joanna, Mike, and Jim. So I'm glad the gang's back together. All right, so we're going to start with our community song this morning, which is "This Door is Open to You."
That's right. Let's get up on our feet, guys.
Yeah. And I'm going to move around today. My feet. I'm
You're gonna fly around the room.
Fly around.
I feel left out, but I'm like a little bit undercover of a witch, all black, but it's still there.
Charlene, I left my broom at home because I wanted to stay grounded.
But I don't have any drugs. Sorry. All right, ready. No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, there's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing. Whether if you've come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Say, come and let's be silent. Come, let's share a heart. Come, let's pray together. Come and belong. From the bliss down to the turn down, from the pamper to your blues, this door is open to you. Say, come on in, say, come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. So whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you.
So good. I like floating around. I like to be with you. All right, so, new segment. Coffee Talk. Coffee Talk with Rev Shar. Dragging the chair over. OMG. Hello. All right. Fantastic. Oh, can you turn the camera around? Oh my gosh, that was just the best. Greg, you got to pose right now. I have to see it. That is fantastic. Oh my gosh. Just makes me so happy.
I can't bear it.
I can't bear it. Oh my God, it's the best. Oh my goodness. Do we have fun here or what? Holy cow, we have so much fun here. All right. Oh, I can't hear me that clicker. Coffee Talk. So we're doing a little bit of sometimes like going back to basics, okay? Because we've been talking about some really big concepts this month with paradox and, and I don't know what I don't know and all of it, right? And so I thought, let's just have a segment where we just talk about what it is we really do here. What do we believe here? Because it's really not complicated and it's really simple and we tend to overcomplicate things. And really the truth, the heart of Science of Mind and Spirit is very, very straightforward and simple. And so we're going to talk about it. And if you have a question, ask, because that's how we learn with one another. When we ask questions and we're curious and you say, I don't get it. As a teacher, that makes me very happy when somebody says, I don't get that. I don't get it. because at least we're open and honest about what we don't know. And we can potentially be exposed to something and learn a little something. Okay? So I'm going to read a belief statement, because we're working with this today. This is from Dr. Ernest Holmes. It was written in 1927. And these are our belief statements. Okay? And when you're a science of mind minister and you're getting tested, you have to memorize all of these. So, but you know how that goes. You memorize something, and then right when the exam's over, it's like, poof. Goodbye. It's in there somewhere in the collective consciousness. All right. This is one of our belief statements. We believe that the universal spirit, which is God, operates through a universal mind, which is the law of God. And that we are surrounded by this creative mind, which receives the direct impress of our thoughts and acts upon it. Blah, blah, blah. I like this. Do you see this? This, we have to do this really quick. This cracks me up. Okay, so here's the two mice, right? They're in the maze, and the mice returns from the guru, and he said the true maze is inside us. So, you know, not super helpful. The true maze is inside us. Okay, so what does all that mean? What does it mean, right? It means that we are swimming in, living in, breathing in universal mind, which is the big concept, right? The one mind. And it receives our thoughts and it acts upon us. It's a yes machine. God is a yes machine. It does whatever I tell it to. It responds to my belief in it. I have to believe in it. I have to know it. And when I do, it responds to it. Okay? It also responds, because it's a yes machine, to my ignorant thought, to my untrained thought. It will respond to that too. So Charlene, do you believe in lack? I will give you more. I'm a yes machine. I will give you more lack. You got it, babe. Just because I have untrained thought or ignorance, it still acts upon what I truly believe. So if I truly believe that I'm not worthy, and I said this last week, I sometimes I think about God tapping its toe up there going, all right, honey, well, here you go. I'll give you more, unworthiness if that's what you really believe, right? God has another expectation, has another knowing of me, of all of us. It only knows love and worthiness for me, for all of us. It's God's good pleasure to give us the kingdom. That means now, every time, every moment, God's saying, yes, I'll give it to you. To the level of what I believe. It's our belief that controls that. The creative mind receives the direct impress of our thoughts and acts upon it. And so our work here at Coffee Talk is to remember and remember and remember and make course corrections and course corrections.
And course corrections.
And course corrections. So that we can have the fullest life possible. More, more, more. More. How's that feel? That's what we do here. So, ask questions. Come to class. Do you have to add? You want to add anything?
No.
She has her coffee mug, though, which I do appreciate. We have our coffee mug. But ask questions, right? Spiritual mind treatment, prayer, affirmative prayer, see a practitioner. If you're confused about it, if life's not going, you're like, why is my life going this way? Well, maybe it's because Spirit, God, is acting on the direct impress of your thoughts. Okay? So the best way to find out what we truly, truly believe is what our life is showing up as. That is the best way. It's the best measure of what we really believe. So what does my life look like? And if I want to have a better life, I want this or that or whatever the this or that is, we can have it based on what we believe. Okay? All right. Good job. Good coffee talk. All right. Thank you. Coffee talk is adjourned. And now we're going to have a reading with our practitioner of service, Laura Garrett. I have to get coffee, maybe get coffee talk chairs. There's a power in the universe greater than you are, and you can use it. Yes. All right, I'm done.
There's a theme here. Okay. Reading this morning comes from Living the Science of Mind. It's a big favorite amongst, I know, a lot of the practitioners and maybe some of you as well. It's on page 125. I won't read the entire thing, but I'm just going to read part of it. The healing presence that is within you. There is a healing presence within you. This healing presence you must recognize before it can operate for you. Because like every other thing in nature, it works according to exact and mechanical law. The God who is within you has already created this marvelous mechanism, which you call your human body. The intelligence which designed and projected this body must have perfect knowledge of all of its parts. It must have a perfect understanding of all of its needs, and it must be able to rebuild those parts and supply those needs. The creative agency within you knows how to recreate, but this healing presence, being the very essence of your own nature, must flow out into action through your consciousness of who and what you are. Hence, you must recognize the great healer, the divine emancipator from physical bondage and pain, as your true spirit.
So it is.
So it is.
Thank you. Thank you, Laura. Lovely. I'm using that book today too. No coincidences here. Living the Science of Mind. It is a great read. Oh, oopsie. What did I do there? There we go. All right. So you're back. Yay! 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 What's going on with you? Anything new on your album? How's
Oh yes,
going?
it's such an adventure, guys. Oh my Lord. The funny thing about this is the album is called Authentically Me. That's like asking for patience. I'm just gonna let you know, finding out who you are is such a journey, and I thought I did know who I am. But it's another maze inside of myself. Just any positive thoughts would be great. Thank you.
We love you. We support you.
Yes,
We
thank
love
you.
her. We support her. She's fantastic. She is magical. Joanna.
We are all magical.
Yes, we are. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit. So please join me in welcoming Joanna, Mike, and Jim with Do You Believe in Magic?
I see unicorn in the front row, so the magic's already starting.
No, it's fine. I love when we're this busy. This is great.
Do you believe in magic? In a young girl's heart, how the music can free you whenever it starts and it's magic. If the music is groovy, it makes you feel happy like an old-time movie. I'll tell you about some magic that can free your soul, but it's like trying to tell somebody about some rock and roll. If you believe in magic, don't bother to choose. If the music is jumping and the rhythm got blues, just go and listen. It'll start with a smile. Wipe off your face, no matter how hard you try. Your boots start tapping and you can't seem to find how you got there. So just let it blow your mind. Do you believe in magic? me. We'll dance until morning, till just you and me. And maybe if the music is right, I'll meet you tomorrow so late at night, and we'll go dancing, and then you will see how the magic's in the music, and the music's in me. Yeah. Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic?
Hi, Charlene.
Thank you. Turn myself on here. I believe in magic. Do we believe in magic? Yes. Yeah, we do here. We do. And my talk title is No Tricks, Just Treats. But it really is that it's magical. It's magical. It's not magic, but it's magical. I love being able to witness the magic. I love it. It never gets old to me. Beth Haas and I have this running joke because in Science of Mind and Spirit we have this thing, oh, it's how usual, like when the magic shows up. Oh, how usual, which is great because it is supposed to be usual, but it never gets old to me. It just never does. I love when the magic shows up and the coincidences happen, and it's just magical. It's magical. And I believe that when we witness it and we acknowledge it, Spirit delivers more magic. Delivers more magic. So, I'm going to start because practical magic and hocus pocus, they're like, because I'm secretly a witch. I didn't want to say it out loud because I thought maybe some of you would be like disturbed that your minister is secretly a witch, but 'tis true. And I love practical magic. It's so great. These are the aunties, so we're going to start with a couple jokes, okay? So one of the aunties says, my darling girl, when are you going to realize that being normal is not necessarily a virtue? It rather denotes a lack of courage. Okay, this one's funny. So the niece says to one of the aunties, is that why they wanted to hang her? Because she was a witch? And Aunt Frances says, the fact that she was a bit of a heartbreaker didn't help, nor did it help that most of her lovers had wives on the hanging committee. Oh, goodness. So we have been part of a month of paradox, right? So we've been talking about the big questions of, this and then that, and God is paradox, and we live in question all the time. And just when I think I know something, Spirit says, nope, I'm going to throw you something that's going to challenge your knowingness, right? So it's been a big month. And I really want us to come back for full circle on this last Sunday of the month with bringing it all back to just the simplicity that it is. That is paradox as well. That life is big, complicated, questioning. I don't know the answers. I don't know why this happens. Maybe I'll never know. And it's very simple. And so we're coming back to knowing our baseline truth. Because I talked a little bit last week about the tipping point, right? You remember that? The tipping point. I want to get to a place, and I don't know if we believe that we can get to that place. Do we believe it?
Yes.
Mary said it. We'll believe it. The tipping point, where collectively we will all come to a place where we choose love, peace, harmony over something else, right? Which we don't need to go into. But that tipping point, that where we will choose to love one another and not drop bombs on each other. Yeah. That we will make a different choice. Because we talked about last week, right? If all you've got is a hammer, you tend to see everything as a nail. And we have consistently used our big hammer to whack things, and nothing's changing. So, if we can get back to basics and know the fundamental truth, we can utilize this power in our teaching to bring people together, to show the way, to be the light bearers. I charge all of you right now, if I had my wand, I charge all of us to be those light bearers. It's our responsibility to utilize what we know, which is a superpower, when we embody it, when we believe it. This is one of my props today. This is God, right? Up here. Wanting to pour itself in. Pour, pour, pour. And here I am. Okay, I'll take this much. I deserve this much. Right? It wants to pour itself into us, into life. We are surrounded by this creative mind which receives the direct impress of our thought and acts upon it. Magic just isn't spells and potions. It's the air we breathe, the water we drink, the ground we walk on. That is the magic that we have. I'm calling it magic. But it's not magic. It's magical. But there's no trick here, right? Dr. Ernest Holmes wasn't creating this philosophy to trick us, to bamboozle us, to use superstitions or anything else. It's a baseline truth that universal spirit, God, whatever that word you use, I told my students last week, it's called the cosmic muffin for me. Whatever you call that power and presence in the world, in your life, pick your own name, it's a yes machine. And it is done unto us as we believe. Dr. Ernest Holmes says, when we speak of using spiritual mind treatment for correcting any undesirable condition, we are not suggesting that any mental or spiritual conjuring trick is involved. Nor is it a hope. So it is an actual spiritual principle that works for us, just like any physical principle in the world. Gravity works, right? Does gravity work?
Yes.
Can I drop? No, those are expensive. But gravity works every time, right? It works. It works. It works. And that is the same with spiritual principle. It works every time. It is a yes machine. It is evident that whatever the law does for us must be done through us. Through us. Hence, it is necessary that we furnish adequate channels as well as being receptive to it. Adequate channels. Here I am. Could I have more? Yes. And that's true for everyone, not just a minister standing up here. Look, I got my own stuff. I have my own stuff I'm working on. More. It's not a trick. And so today I want us to open up to the and, because we've been talking a lot of paradox, and last week we talked about this symbol, right, where I can know dark in its relationship to light. But you know what's genius about this? this is crazy. I just learned this. And I've looked at this thing forever. I've looked at it forever. But when we look at this, excuse me with my witchy hat, right? So even in the dark, there's an and. The and. Yes, and. Even in the light, there's a little dark. There's an and. And that's the beauty of looking at the all and everything as everything, right? We tend to demonize, we try to negate the dark. It's all God. And even in the light, there's a little dark. There's an and. Even in the dark, there's a little light. There's an and. And that's where the treats of life are. In the and. When you can see in the darkness of a challenge, the glimmer of light. The gift. It's there. Because behind everything is spirit. God. The cosmic muffin. Whatever you call it. And all of it is held, sometimes paradoxically, all of it is held in God. And every time we can release our attachment to old paradigms, old structures, and choose, create courageously to see the and, even in the dark, and even when everything is rosy and light, seeing that little dark, seeing all of it, not being blind to it. I don't want any of us spiritually bypassing. I want us to feel life. I want us to know it, be open to it. Because that's when we move into a new way of being, where we can move into our collective freedom. We want freedom for everybody, not just ourselves. We want it for everybody, right?
Right.
I want everybody to be free. Everyone. So we're going to talk just for a second about this. This is called the cycle of socialization. Everybody is born with no guilt and no shame, no blame, nothing, right? We're born, we know that innocence, right? As children. And yet, as we move through life, with our parents, with societies, with governments, with media, we're socialized. We're socialized, conditioned into thinking a certain way. And we think that thinking is correct because of the family of our origin or what we experience in groups, or we feel comfortable there. And this cycle can go round and round and round, and we can never we could not break free of it. And many people live their whole lives and they're never free of it. They just keep going around and around and around in the cycle of socialization. But every once in a while, the and comes up. Here's the and. And something, either a person, maybe one of you, will point something out to someone. Maybe they'll have an aha from wherever they get it. And it kicks them out of the cycle. Just a little bit. And it moves them out of the cycle and they say, maybe there's another way of thinking about this. Maybe that group over there isn't evil or scary. Maybe I could think about this in a different way. And that is when you move into a cycle of liberation. When you get kicked out, and many of you, I'm guessing because you're here at Center for Spiritual Living, got kicked out of there. We're kind of rebels here. There's no coincidence of why we're here together. We got kicked out of here because something just didn't seem right to us. And maybe we met somebody and we were like, they're not so bad. I kind of dig them. and we start thinking a new way. I'm honoring all of us. It's courageous to get out of the cycle. I mean that. It's courageous to think a new way, to support something that you might not have supported before. It takes courage because it's embedded in that reptilian part of your brain to keep you safe, that this is the only way of being. And remember what the auntie said about being normal. It takes courage. So when we can think about the and, right? When we can be in a group of people who are naysaying something and we can think to ourselves, you don't have to say it out loud, but you can think to yourselves, I don't know if I agree with all that. I can love it. I can love them right where they are and be, but maybe I don't agree with all that.
That's good, Charlene.
And we move into the cycle of liberation. And I'm telling you, you don't have to do it. You just have to be who you are. Be the light bearer that you are. The moths will follow you. If they have something in them that wants to be kicked out of their own cycle of socialization, they will follow you into liberation. They will ask questions. And I'm curious, how did you get to be so cool? You are rad. I really like you. I don't know why I like you, but I like you. And maybe, as a light bearer, we can move them through the possibility of and into liberation. Because we want everybody to be free. We want everybody to be free. But we have to think and we have to be curious. We have to embrace this consciousness. To embrace everything and everyone, even when it's hard. Because I don't like their behaviors, I don't like whatever I don't like. Embrace everyone and shift our thinking. Because that's how we create tomorrow. I don't know where I am. Typical, right, Jim? Where am I? Because spirit, this is the baseline, right? This is the easiest part. God is for us. Our upbringing, the cycle of socialization, whatever it is telling us that God is not for us, that life is not for us, that life is hard, right? I'm going to parrot all the false belief. Life is hard. You have to work hard. There's a punishing God. Whatever it is from our youth, from our growing up, and that's just not the truth. What we believe in this philosophy is God is for us all the time. Life is safe. You can trust it. Everything is unfolding for our good. God is for us. I'd like to hear us say that. Can we say that together? It's for us. Let's say it one more time. God is for us. It is. It's for us. We get hypnotized, mesmerized, spelled. That it's not. It is for us. And we can use it. And we can be used by it. I like this from Dr. Ernest Holmes, our founder. He says, each of us is like a fountain of life. There is a God pressure back of each one of us. Where's our God pressure? Here it is. Here I am. God pressure back of each of us. It's a life force seeking an outlet through thoughts and acts. There are many fountains, many individuals, but only one God pressure in back of all. It's pouring itself through us. Our job is to use it rightly, to be conscious, aware, question. Remember the little white dot in all of the darkness. It's there. Actively conscious. And then we can be used by it. from scripture from John 13:17, it says, if ye know these things, happy are we if we do them. When you understand scripture from a science of mind point of view, it's less scary. It's less punitive. It's life affirming. But that's a talk for another day. So let us proceed with the doing this. When we know better, we can do better. You keep showing up here. You keep hearing the message. You can't go back. Once you've heard it, it's in your, everything is stored in this beautiful brain of ours. And every thought, knowing, word has been stored in the collective consciousness as well. It's all there, vibrating. So when we hear it, we can't go back. So I want us to use our thought and be used by it in a definite way. Open up that channel for more. All the treats of life. Because life is not supposed to be hard. Life is easy. There is no trick. It is disassociating and replacing our old beliefs, our thought patterns that were implanted through that cycle of socialization, getting those out of there and replacing them with a new thought. It could be that, just that. God is for me. That's it. Okay, I'm done. God is for me. Life is for us today. There will be no change for tomorrow unless we do the changing today. Each of us are creating our tomorrow right now. Right now. So I want us to get busy doing it. Today, we are setting in motion the power of tomorrow. Today is God's day. Tomorrow is God's day. And we must extract from it what of life we are to live. We have the power. It's easy. We can change tomorrow right now. By kicking out those false beliefs, those old patterns, those old thoughts, replacing them with a new thought that God is for me. Life is for me. It is good. By using the principle. It's not magic. It works every time. It has power. If we believe in it. It is our level of belief that creates our tomorrow. And I want each of us to open this way, way up. I'm worth more than that. Aren't I? Yes. I am. This is not even halfway done, and I'm done talking. We are worth. God's knowing of us is larger than we could ever imagine, ever. It is our smallness that keeps us small, keeps us bound. I want each of us to move into our freedom. It works. It's not a trick. If you want to know more about it, speak to a practitioner. Come talk to me. Take a class. All of it expands our consciousness so we can actively use it and create our tomorrow right now. Let's do it together. No tricks, just treats. I love you. And so is all right. Joanna, Jim, Mike, back for one power. Oh, that's so perfect. One.
Getting
out of here.
I was thinking that words are magical. The That's why it's called spelling.
Where are you before I talk? I need you.
It's just the witchy way I am, I guess.
There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak it with every word that you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's doors. But whatever name you give it, just one power, can't you see? The power, you can't see it. The love in you and me. One power, yeah. We speak so many languages, have different clothing, different colors, different names. But difference only dangerous when we forget that in our hearts we're all the same. Remember once we close our eyes, distances were never meant to be. So call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's doors. It's Muhammad, it's our mind, it's our soul, it's our sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth, oh, Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's someone power, can't you see it? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power in you and me.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're so blessed by these three. Honestly, we're so blessed by these three. Thank you. So good. All right. So if I could ask our ambassadors to come up, please. These are the beloveds that greet you when you come in. This is Amberly and Lorelei. Thank you so much for your gift of servant leadership. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So it's our time of service where we have the opportunity to give where we are fed. And I've said this many times. If you're fed by the Richie's Diner waitress and she lays some truth on you and you're like, oh, holy cow. You tithe there, you give there, you give her your $100. I mean it. Spirit responds to the feeling. If you were fed here, if you are fed here, give here, right? If you're fed on the trails of the Santa Rosa Plateau, and that is spiritual and deep for you, give some there. Because spirit, God, the cosmic muffin, whatever you call it, it responds to feeling. So when we want more in our lives, when we give in that way, where it's not, I have to write this check out. When it's, oh, I'm so grateful that I have power in my home and I am happy to pay for my utility bill. Spirit responds to that gratitude. And it pours itself through that open channel when we open it. And so my hope is that you were fed here. Wonderful. So just take that giving, that tithe, that offering, whatever it is, and put it into your heart space and just be grateful. Just feel into it. For that is where Spirit lives, in the gratitude. And witness its good gifts, pressed down, poured into us as we give, we receive. And how grateful I am for each of these gifts, each of them, each radiating light to support what we do here. It is good and very good, and so it is. Please join me in our affirmation of abundance. I want to hear it, okay? All right. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am prosperous now. Thank you.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything that I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need.
We might need to go longer next time.
I know, they have to. Hey, you can still keep passing that basket around. We are growing. Have you seen how full we are? Let's take a moment. Look at us. This group is busting. Even in football season, we are smashing that ball. Smashing it. Yes, baseball, football, everything's gone. We're still here. Because we can record and watch it later. What's the Rams score? Do we know? No, don't tell us. Okay, never mind. Don't tell us. Don't say anything, because we're recording it. All right. So I'm going to ask Alana to come up for our announcements. I'm going to start with the first one, because I'm currently teaching a class called Journey of the Soul. Many of the students are in here. I see you. And we've had a great first class, but please, you come. But but we're going to be on break for Halloween. It's on Tuesday nights, so there's still time. If you want to join the second class, that's fine. Come join us. So we're going to resume on November 7th. It's a great class of just tuning into that presence within us that we call the soul and allowing it to empower us and create the lives that we desire. So if you want to come join us, Tuesdays, 6 o'clock for 6 weeks, and we'll be back in class on November 7th. All right, welcome, Alana, for our announcements.
Hello. First off, I'd like to have everybody that participated in yesterday's peace poll
Yes.
and the cleaning up and everything stand up.
Come on, stand
Come
up.
on.
There we go.
Come on. Thank you, everybody. And if you haven't seen the installation out there on the side, go take a check. We cleaned it up, we put the peace bowl in. It's not quite finished yet, but it's a good start.
Yes.
Thank you all. The choir is back. We are meeting with Joanna today.
Yay.
Now, is that right after, or do we get to eat first?
You can eat. Eating's important around here.
Just saying.
Not for you.
We're excited to bring a December 24th Christmas Eve service holiday performance. Our Gifts of Spirit group is inviting our community to join us in the showcase of handmade arts and crafts at our holiday bazaar. The bazaar will be held here on November 12th from 9 to 1, with a portion of the proceeds going to our center. Please plan to attend and purchase wonderful items for holiday giving. On November 19th, Diane and Reverend Michael Summers will present a diversity, equality, and inclusion workshop after Sunday service. If you have any more questions, the lovely couple right there.
Diane, can you stand for just a second? This is Diane. Yeah. There they are.
All right.
You can ask some questions.
You want to come up and give a spiel? Little spiel?
Little tiny.
Little tiny.
Little tiny.
Nurse, Diane. Nurse her soul.
Good morning, everybody. We're going to do a workshop. I have been working on this for 35 years. Yeah, diversity, equity, and inclusion. I have a couple coffee and conversation groups going where we live in Fallbrook, and it's really good. I think I got a book going, and it's really exciting. I'm very happy to share it with you. And what I like about it is we're doing it right before Thanksgiving. So when you go to work with be with your families, you know, it's very challenging. We're going to give you lots of tools for that.
Yay.
The Interfaith Council is again hosting the Night of Gratitude on Sunday, November 12th at 6:30 p.m. This is a celebration of Thanksgiving with expressions of gratitude offered through music and words with presenters of many faiths. Our own Reverend Charlene will be speaking and honoring the science of mind and spirit faith tradition. Admission is free and there will be a reception to follow. Flyers are on the activities table in the breezeway. Reverend Charlene and the CSL TV practitioners will be hosting a Thanksgiving Eve night of gratitude service. We will hear inspiring messages of Thanksgiving and then celebrate together with a selection of pies and treats in the social hall. This will be on Wednesday, November 22nd at 6:30 p.m. Change for Good is back. Please bring your excess change around the house, the car, or wherever you find it. Bring it to support projects around our center. We are going to add signage to the front of our building. Your change can help support that marketing effort. And it's time for our drum circle, facilitated by my friend White Feather at the Menifee CSL. And that is on Wednesday evening at 6:30. There's a $5 love donation. And that is at 26805 Marietta Road in Menifee. If any questions, direct them to Ann Woodward or myself.
We'll put it on the web. We have it on the website too.
Okay. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much. I want as many faces and voices up here as possible. That's our goal, right? All right. So it is time for our moment of prayer. I would really like it if our practitioners, our licensed practitioners and ministers could stand with me. Laura, if you could come up here, that would be great. So these beloveds here, come on up, Our practitioners are here for you, okay? You want more in your life? More. See a practitioner. They see through any condition to know the truth of our being. That opens that channel and allows Spirit to pour itself in. So see a practitioner, please. See a practitioner. So let's just come together right now in collective consciousness, online, wherever you are, just closing the eyes and centering in to the center of our being. Maybe taking that deep breath in and centering. As we know together, as we remember together, that God is for us. God, Spirit, that power and presence that is activating all life is for us. And we are it in form. It is pouring itself through us as a beautiful, individualized point of light in its tapestry of life. And so I know and affirm for each of us that we remember this simple phrase, God is for me. God is for life. We remember it, we embody it, and we see its outpouring into our life experience. As we remember and know and believe that God is for us, its power, its presence, its love activates us, energizes us, and creates the experiences that we desire. More freedom, more wholeness, more abundance, whatever it is, God is for us. And so with great gratitude for this knowing, for this belief, and for its unfoldment in our lives, I am grateful. And so I place these words, these knowings into the power and action of the law of God, of Spirit, the yes machine. It says yes, yes, yes. And together we affirm, and so it is. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you. So let's stand. Yes. Oh. Let's stand together and sing our song together, What the World Needs Now. What does the world need now? Love. Yes, love. Joanna, take us home.
As if you want to know what the world needs now, it's love, sweet love. It's the only thing that is just to live love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone.
Thank you. Have a beautiful week.